Sherlock Holmes, he's not that interested in women, at least on the surface. He's certainly not interested in marriage, and he's not interested in the typical kind of domestic relationship that Watson would want to have.
He's a weirdo. He's not asexual. It just seems like he says to Watson, you know, the fair sex is your department.
I mean, he even says in one of the stories that he doesn't believe in love and that kind of emotion because it would interfere with his process.
I think he's too aware of the fact that it's an investment and that he has sacrificed his potential enjoyment in said realm for a higher cause.
Part of Lionel's original conceit was to bring Irene Adler into the story, and Irene is an interesting character because she actually didn't appear in a lot of the stories. I think maybe only one story, actually, Scandal in Bohemia, but she had a lasting impression on Holmes, and she was always called the woman.
And it seemed logical to bring Irene back. They met once in Scandal in Bohemia. I would suggest that maybe they met again. She broke his heart, and now they meet again.
And it's a totally unorthodox romance. Even though it's a period in its style, that I think the romance is quite, you know, modern at times.
Is that the Maharaja's missing diamond? Or just another souvenir?
You know, he's a cruel despot with a palace full of them. Let's not dwell on the past, shall we?
So it's kind of a fun dynamic because you have a woman who's the only one who bested Holmes. And there's something about her that just drives him crazy, both in the good and the bad way. So it's kind of the perfect character to introduce to the mix. And one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is that Irene was actually an American. She was born in New Jersey.
In the original book, I think she's an opera singer, and she's also sort of an adventuress. She's a woman who has various affairs with men. And I sort of went a step beyond, and I imagined her as a sort of secret agent. They're both after the same thing, and they can't decide whether to fight each other or to make love.
The movie itself seemed like it was going to be a lot of fun, and there's, you know, obviously lots of action. I love, you know, characters that are really physical, so Irene had that going for her. You know, Robert is like a superhero in disguise, and he's so collaborative and so funny and so incredibly creative, you know. Really keeps you on your toes.
And Rachel is incredible because she's so beautiful and she's so sweet. But, and this is what we're doing with Irene, and you push her, you're gonna see a real vicious side.
I've had to find some sort of balance between, you know, the elegance that women had at that time and this fearless, reckless nature. She's definitely a real renegade, you know. She's playing in a man's world at this time.
She comes across as incredibly sweet and lovely, but underneath it all, she's just terrible.
What have we here? She literally just knifed a guy in the alley, and she just waltzes through with her roses and her beautiful dress and every hair in place, you know. She's got that snaky quality where you don't know if she'll kiss you or kill you. She's, you know, somewhere in between. And I have so many weapons. I mean, I don't know where they all fit, but apparently I can fit a knife, 2 guns, and a pair of handcuffs, all in the suit with these 2 little pockets.